Vaughn Doyle. 7 starters for the 10th race. Here they come. They're off and from the rails. Sammy Motoring quickly grabs the top. LF Dorothy to second. Kristen's Curly is quick to tuck in the third, and they drive into the first turn. Noble Ideal has a fourth. Audrey's Albert fifth. Then Winter Lad and the trailer Dynamite Treasure 1 through 7. That's the way they stand around the turn. Heading to the quarter, Sammy Motoring shows the way. On top by a length and a half. LF Dorothy gets away second. Kristen's Curly has third. Noble Ideal fourth. They're your first 4 as they race single file by the opening quarter. Sammy Motoring is there, 30 4/5. LF Dorothy and Kristen's Curly pacing third. Noble Ideal has fourth. Audrey's Albert outside fifth. Winter Lad in the trailer, but moving on the outside comes Dynamite Treasure, and they work around the turn past the 3/8 pole. Sammy Motoring leads the pack around that turn, and here they come. Through the stretch for the half, it's Sammy Motoring on top. LF Dorothy and Kristen's Curly pacing third. Noble Ideal has fourth. Audrey's Albert fifth on the outside. And then Winter Lad, the trailer, is Dynamite Treasure, the half, in 1:03. Into the turn for the second time. Sammy Motoring continues to lead. On top still a length and a quarter. LF Dorothy sitting pretty in Kristen's Curly third. Outside now to fourth. Comes Audrey's Albert, and they're by the 5/8. Racing up the backstretch for the 3/4. Sammy Motoring and LF Dorothy stays close. Kristen's Curly, now Audrey's Albert, drives up to third. Kristen's Curly racing fourth. Dynamite Treasure, Noble Ideal, and Winter Lad. The 3/4. It's still Sammy Motoring. He has led the way in 1:34. They drive to the turn in the 7/8. It's Sammy Motoring. Audrey's Albert now second. LF Dorothy racing third. Kristen's Curly, Dynamite Treasure, Winter Lad, and Noble Ideal around the turn. Sammy Motoring the one to catch. Through the stretch, and here they come for home. Sammy Motoring, and on the inside, Kristen's Curly making up ground quickly. LF Dorothy is on the outside, and here they are, tight at the line between Kristen's Curly and LF Dorothy, then Sammy Motoring. Noble Ideal, Audrey's Albert, Dynamite Treasure, Winter Lad. Time for the mile, 2:05. Now the starters for the 7th race in behind the gate. Gate is moving. We're approaching the top of the stretch, field of 8. There's Brett Hanover with John Davidson, Big C Westfall, Lonnie Stokes. R.E.'s Joey with Sean Shannon. Swingin' Sue Down and Leroy Vincent. Rasputin's Dream with Doug Falkins. Jimmy and Steve Mahar. Gentleman Jeff with Rocky Skierman. And Bruce Chef and Vaughn Doyle. Here they come. Clear off Swingin' Sue Down. Takes him out of there. Then Rasputin's Dream racing second. Bruce Chef on the far outside, drives on third, is going on to second now, and goes winging for the lead. Swinging Sue Down has it. Bruce Chef on the outside, challenging second, gets to the front now. He's the leader by a head, and going on as they race up the backstretch for the quarter. Bruce Chef Swinging Sue Down a second. Rasputin's Dream has a third, and there goes Swinging Sue Down up from second. She's back on top again. She takes him by the opening quarter, 30 4/5. Top turn, Swinging Sue Down and Bruce Chef. Rasputin's Dream, Brett Hanover up on the outside, drives on the fourth. They come to the 3/8 pole, and the leader there is Swinging Sue Down by a length. Off the turn now through the stretch. Here they come, racing to the half, Swinging Sue Down. On top, Riverside, Marcy Township Boots a second. Clear off LF Dorothy. The field in 1/3, opening quarter. Drive into the turn. Fourth. Then it's Rasputin's Dream, R.E.'s Joey. Then Gentleman Jeff, then the trailer is Jimmy. We could need a picture between LF Dorothy and Lance's Lady, then Township Jordan, Double Jeopardy. No Cara, Fortune's Harvest, Bar Harbor, Omaha Gambler. Time for the mile, 2:04. Neck and neck as they face in a photo. The winner is number 3, Lance. Brett Hanover grabs the top now, Swinging Sue Down. Top Riverside, Marcy Vatu, on Susie Push.
The time for that. They head on for the time for the as third, racing in fourth. And
top turn.
Singing sixth and Charlie Price.
Brett
Here they
Hanover
come, six,
racing
and this girl on top
Big C
turn.
Westfall is third. Jimmy swings out three wide.
Is coming close up. Split
Out the head of the lane, they come pounding home. And a swinging Sue down with Brett Hanover challenging you second. Swinging Sue down on the inside. Brett Hanover, Big C Westfall. Jimmy coming on. Gentleman Jeff is coming on. But it's going to be swinging Sue down to win this. She does. Swinging Sue down. Jimmy, Gentleman Jeff, tight for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. And then Bruchef, time for the mile, 2:08. Now the starters for the 12th race at the gate. Gate is moving. We have a field of 8. There's Springbrook Chip with John Davidson, Susie Poozy Gilberto, Jimmy and Steve Mahar, Brenda Skipper, Elmore White, Flying Horse, Lonnie Stokes, Sunny Isle with Brian Moore, Larry Fifi and Toby McDonald, Nellie Banks with Leroy Vincent. Here they come. There, a Flying Horse, quick off the gate. He takes him out of there. Susie Poozy's in the inside, racing second. Up on the outside, Sunny Isle drives on third. Brenda Skipper racing fourth. Springbrook Chip is racing fifth. Then it's Nellie Banks, Jimmy, and the trailer, Larry Fifi. Up the backstretch on to the quarter, and Flying Horse cuts it out, leads a length and a half. Susie Poozy racing second. Sunny Isle has gone to the rail, is racing third. Brenda Skipper's rolled off stride, scattering the trailers. But everybody's back pacing by the opening quarter, 32 and 3, top turn. Flying Horse, a length and a half, and Susie Poozy. Sunny Isle is third. Now Springbrook Chip rushing up on the outside. Moves to fourth, is rushing on. And then Nellie Banks now fifth. Brenda Skipper off stride again as they swing off the top turn. On through the stretch, they come driving to the half. Coming to the half, it is Flying Horse by 2. Susie Poozy sitting pretty. She's racing second. Springbrook Chip is at third. Nellie Banks fourth. They were by the half in 6 and 2. Then we go to Jimmy, Sunny Isle, Larry Fifi, and Brenda Skipper. And around the turn they go, racing to the 5/8. Flying Horse is moving out now. He's on top by 2.5, and Susie Poozy. Springbrook Chip, Nellie Banks rushing from fourth. Jimmy's gone to fifth. Then it's Larry Fifi, Sunny Isle, Brenda Skipper, and it's on to the 3/4. And it's Flying Horse but 2.5, and he's the leader by the 3/4 pole, 1:39. Top turn, Flying Horse, Susie Poozy, Nellie Banks. Jimmy's racing fourth, Larry Fifi now fifth. Then Springbrook Chip, Brenda Skipper, Sunny Isle. Up the 7/8. They're making the turn for home, and it is still Flying Horse, Susie Poozy driving second, Nellie Banks and Jimmy. Flying Horse on the inside, Susie Poozy. Jimmy's coming up on the outside, closing in on the leader. It's going to be tight at the line, and it is Jimmy and Steve Mahar, triple for him. Then Flying Horse, tight between Susie Poozy, Nellie Banks. Then Larry Fifi, Brenda Skipper, Springbrook Chip, and Sunny Isle. Time for the mile to 11 and 4. And parading now, the winner of the 12th race, it's number 3, Jimmy, a brave pacing horse, he's 5, by Practical Joker from Mormac Bly. She by John III. Owned by Brent Briggs of Fredericton. Trained and driven by Steve Mahar for Jimmy. His first winning trip this season, 2:11 and 4 for Steve Mahar. A driving triple this afternoon. Shade starters. There's Jim Dexter with Brennan Cochran, Springbrook Chip, John Davidson, Flying Horse, Lonnie Stokes, Book a Table, Brian Moore, Jimmy and Steve Mahar, Ari's Joey, Charlie Miles, Swinging Sue down, Leroy Vincent, Julie Drummond, Danny McDonald. Here they come. They're off and Flying Horse grabs the top and from the far outside. That's Julie Drummond winging for it. She's on to second, winging for the top. Head of the turn, Julie Drummond takes the lead on the outside. Flying Horse racing is second. Springbrook Chip is at third. Book and Cable's racing at fourth. They're up the backstretch now, driving to the quarter. And pacing with the lead, Julie Drummond, Flying Horse, second, Springbrook Chip. Then Book a Table, Swinging Sue Down, goes up on the outside, racing on to fourth and going on. And the leader, Julie Drummond, by the quarter, 32 and 3. Out of the top turn, Julie Drummond, Swinging Sue Down, Park gets to second now. Flying Horse racing third. Springbrook Chip is fourth. Jimmy comes up fifth on the outside, then Book a Table. Harvey's Joey, Jim Dexter trails. They're off the top turn and through the stretch. Here they come, racing to the half. Pacing atop Julie Drummond. Swinging Sue Down at her wheel. Then Flying Horse racing third. Jimmy comes to fourth now. Then to Springbrook Chip. Book a Table, Ari's Joey, Jim Dexter. They were 5.5 and 6 and 2. Head of the turn, 4 in and 4 out. And pacing it on top. It is Julie Drummond. She's the leader and she's well in hand. Swinging Sue Down. On the outside second. Moving up on the inside goes Springbrook Chip on to third. Then racing in between with Jimmy on the extreme outside, racing on strong. Jimmy drives to a second, but it's still Julie Drummond with the lead, and Jimmy is second now. Springbrook Chip racing a third, 3/4, 140, top turn. Julie Drummond, Jimmy at her wheel a second. Springbrook Chip racing a third. Flying Horse now fourth. R.E.'s Joey. Jim Dexter, Book a Table, Swinging Sue Down, heading home. It is Julie Drummond. Jimmy charging up second. On the outside, R.E.'s Joey coming on. Flying Horse on the inside, but Julie Drummond holds to win this one. Julie Drummond, Jimmy tied for second, third, fourth, and fifth, and then Book a Table. Swinging Sue Down. Time for the mile, 2:13. Top of the stretch, we have 7 starters. On the rail, Markham's Tech with Doug Falcons, then Sonny Mack and Steve Mahar. LF Dorothy, Brian Moore. Grand McKay, Gordon Hennessy. Miss Tahoe, Tony Watson. Savvy's Advantage with Burley Charlton into Bar Harbor. Tim Mercetti, here they come. Blair often rushing to the top. It is Grand McKay, and on the inside, LF Dorothy fighting for it. They're neck and neck into the turn. On the outside, Grand McKay up along the rail. LF Dorothy. Savvy's Advantage racing third. Markham's Tech is fourth, and Miss Tahoe. They're on up the backstretch now, racing to the quarter. And up front with the lead, Grand McKay with LF Dorothy second. Savvy's Advantage racing third. Markham's Tech is fourth. Then Miss Tahoe, Bar Harbor, and Sonny Mack trails the field. They're by the opening quarter, 31 and 2. Into the top turn. It is Grand McKay, a length and a half, LF Dorothy. Sitting pretty second at the rail. Savvy's Advantage is third. Then we go to Markham's Tech, Miss Tahoe, Bar Harbor, and Sonny Mack, and they're swinging off the top turn now. Here they come through the stretch onto the half. It is Grand McKay with LF Dorothy. In the pocket then, Savvy's Advantage. Here comes Bar Harbor, rushing on to fourth as they go racing on by the half in 104. Into the turn now, they drive to the 5/8. Up front, cutting it out, it is Grand McKay. Leading the 2, LF Dorothy, Bar Harbor. Now third on the outside, Savvy's Advantage fourth at the rail. Then it's Markham's Tech, Sonny Mack outside. Miss Tahoe trailing. They're nose to nose for the top, but now LF Dorothy grabs the top. She's the leader. And Grand McKay racing a second as they go battling by the 3/4 pole, 134. Grand McKay again. Back up along the inside. LF Dorothy on the outside. They're still at it nose to nose. And Bar Harbor's right there with the leaders. He's tipping wide. Racing on third. Savvy's Advantage is fourth. And they're heading for home still, battling nose to nose for the top. On the outside, LF Dorothy. On the inside, Grand McKay. They're still at it, nose to nose as they come to the wire together. But at the line, it looks like Grand McKay, LF Dorothy, Bar Harbor, Savvy's Advantage, Miss Tahoe, or Markham's Tech, Miss Tahoe, and Sonny Mack. Time for the mile, 2:05.
Starters for the 7th race are at the gate. Gate is moving. All set now for race 7, a field of 8 starters approaching the top of the stretch. On the rail, Dusty Lane Lynn, Rick Armstrong. Paris Hustler, Rod Gogan, Renrag Jean, Jill Berrio. Dusty Davey, John Davidson. Hillview Joe with Ron Robertson. Portrait of Janice, Steve Mahar. Second Quest with Doug Falkins. From the outside, that's Sporty Yankee and Doug Queen. A field of 8, here they come. They're off in a good start. Dusty Lane Lynn goes forward, grabs the early lead. Way up on the outside, that's Second Quest in between horses. Dusty Davey into the first turn. Dusty Lane Lynn moves out by a length and a half. Up on the outside, Second Quest gets to second. She'll look for the hole. Dusty Davey is third. Then it's back to Paris Hustler in fourth. On the outside, Portrait of Janice is moving early. Now to fourth, and it's Renrag Jean. Sporty Yankee, and trailing is Hillview Joe. On to the opening quarter now, and that's Dusty Lane Lynn, a length and a half. By the opening quarter, 31 and 2. On the outside, Portrait of Janice Park second. Sitting pretty third on the rail, that's Second Quest. Then back about 4 lengths to Dusty Davey in fourth. Then it's Paris Hustler, another couple of lengths back. Then it's Renrag Jean, Sporty Yankee, and Hillview Joe. Off the top turn now, through the stretch, here they come. They're racing to the half. Up front, Dusty Lane Lynn. On the outside, Portrait of Janice. She's been parked. She hangs second. Second Quest is third. Then it's on the outside now, moving Dusty Davey. By the half, 101 and 2. They make their way to the 3/8 up front, Dusty Lane Lynn. On the outside, Portrait of Janice Park second. Second Quest looks good third. Dusty Davey looks to tip wide. She's fourth. Then on the outside, Renrag Jean, Paris Hustler, Sporty Yankee, and back to Hillview Joe. On to the 3/4 now, 3 wide. That's Dusty Davey, Dusty Lane Lynn on the inside, holding though. Dusty Davey Park second on the fading third now. That is Portrait of Janice. Second Quest, 3/4, 132. They make their way past the 3/4 pole to the 7/8. Dusty Lane Lynn on the inside. Dusty Davey on the outside. Second Quest is there too. She is third. Then it's back spent Portrait of Janice fourth. Sporty Yankee fifth. Off the 7/8 now, they swing for home, and on the outside, that's Dusty Davey moving to the top. Dusty Davey, Dusty Lane Lynn is second. It's going to be Dusty Davey. Then Dusty Lane Lynn. Second Quest, Portrait of Janice, Sporty Yankee, Renrag Jean, Hillview Joe, and Paris Hustler. Time for the mile, 2:04. The winner of race number 7 is number 4, Dusty Davey. Dusty Davey is a brown gelding 5 years by Ernie Berner out of Glencoe Annette, she by Glencoe Skipper. Owned by Brent Briggs of Fredericton, trained by Lynn Cameron, John Davidson driving. Dusty Davey gets his first winning trip from his second start of 1997, winning this afternoon in 2:04. Your unofficial winner at the wire, number 4, Dusty Davey with John Davidson. And the gate is moving. Underway with our 5th race this afternoon, 8 starters behind the gate. Jimmy with Steve Mahar. Fame's Fashion, Lonnie Stokes, Tornad DeMar and Brian Moore, J.L. Cook and Tim Rossetti, Bellman's Dream, Gilles Berrio, Big Z Westfall with Gordy Hennessy, Nellie Banks, Charlie Price, and Bounding Bass, Jeff Lewis. Here they come. They're off and leaving the line, Tornad DeMar and Fame's Fashion racing for the top. Fame's Fashion will get there. Tornad DeMar looks for the hole and finds it in second. Bellman's Dream gets away third as they race into that first turn. Big Z Westfall fourth, and they race by the 8th pole. J.L. Cook works to 5th. Then it's Jimmy, followed by Bounding Bass. The trailer is Nellie Banks as they race up the backstretch for the opening quarter. Fame's Fashion on top, setting the fractions. Tornad DeMar second, Bellman's Dream third. They're your first 3. Opening quarter, 31 seconds, and they race to the far turn and the 3/8 pole, and cutting it out, it's Fame's Fashion. Tornad DeMar, and racing third is Bellman's Dream. Big Z Westfall has 4th. J.L. Cook 5th. Jimmy races 6th, and they drive around the turn all by it. Okay, as the 3/8 goes behind, and they race for the half. It's Fame's Fashion now. Tornad DeMar has moved off the rail to challenge from second. So has Bellman's Dream. Moving from third is Tornad DeMar. Grabs the top, the half, and 2 and 2. Fame's Fashion Now on the outside, Bellman's Dream comes to second. Fame's Fashion has third. Racing into the turn, Big Z Westfall fourth. Then it's J.L. Cook, Jimmy, Bounding Baskin, Nellie Banks, and they race by the 5/8 up the backstretch. For the 3/4, Bellman's Dream racing for the top. Tornad Demar on the inside, doing battle now second. Fame's Fashion racing third. Big Z Westfall moves off the rail from fourth. They're battling by the 3/4, 1:33 on the inside. Tornad Demar, Bellman's Dream on the outside. Now shows on top. Tornad Demar second, Big Z Westfall third. J.L. Cook has fourth now on the outside. Then it's Fame's Fashion. Jimmy is fifth, and they round the turn. Racing for home, Bellman's Dream. Tornad Demar back up on the inside again. J.L. Cook and Big Z Westfall are there. So is Jimmy, but it's going to be Tornad Demar holding. Moving up the inside is Jimmy, and here they are. Tornad Demar, Jimmy, then it looks like Big Z Westfall. J.L. Cook, Bellman's Dream, Nellie Banks, Bounding Basque, Fame's Fashion. Time for the mile, 2:05 and 1.
And the starters for the 5th race in behind the gate. Gate is moving. Approaching the top of the stretch, TK Smoothie, Brian Moore. Abe's Prince, Jill Barrio. Miss Tahoe, John Davidson, Dusty Davey, Steve Mahar. Stunning Scooter, Lonnie Stokes. West Pointer, Roy Dickinson. Let's Go Home, Tim Mercetti and Cocan Robin. Jerry Gallant, here they come. They're off, and Dusty Davey takes him out of there. TK Smoothie's off stride. Into the turn, pacing on top, Dusty Davey down Miss Tahoe. Working up on the inside, and she's on the run. It is now Dusty Davey. Miss Tahoe back pacing. Then Stunning Scooter racing third. West Porter is fourth. Cocan Robin as they race on up the backstretch for the quarter. At pacing on top, Dusty Davey, he leads by 2. Miss Tahoe is second. Stunning Scooter racing third. They're by the quarter in the 31 seconds. Cocan Robin fourth. West Pointer is a fifth. Then Abe's Prince up on the outside. Let's Go Home's in along the rail and far back. TK Smoothie. They swing around the top turn and tipping off the turn now through the stretch. Here they come to the half, and Dusty Davey shows the way. Here comes Stunning Scooter out from third. Up to second now, challenging for the top. As they come to the half, it is Dusty Davey, Stunning Scooter challenging Miss Tahoe third. By that half at 1:04, they're rid of the turn. On to the 5/8 they go. It's Dusty Davey, Stunning Scooter back at the rail. Then Miss Tahoe, Abe's Prince up on the outside, rushing on from fourth. Goes on, he's now third. Then Let's Go Home and Cocan Robin, West Pointer, TK Smoothie. On to the 3/4 pole, Dusty Davey holds that lead 3 parts of a length. On the outside, Stunning Scooter challenging a second. 1:35 and 1 by the 3/4. Top turn, Dusty Davey. Stunning Scooter, Miss Tahoe is off stride again at the rail. Then moving up on the outside, it is Abe's Prince. They come swinging for home, but it's Dusty Davey off by himself now. Dusty Davey, Stunning Scooter, Abe's Prince driving third, Miss Tahoe again fourth, but it's going to be Dusty Davey. He wins it by 4. Stunning Scooter, Abe's Prince, Miss Tahoe, West Pointer, Cocan Robin, Let's Go Home, and TK Smoothie. Time for the mile, 2:06 and 1. Now the starters for the 10th race at the gate. Gate is moving. And approaching the top of the stretch for the field of 7, we have Strike Colonel with Rick Armstrong. Stargaze Time, Steve Mahar. Coke Capelli with Doug Beckwith. Markham's Tech and Doug Falcons. L.F. Dorothy with Brian Moore. Akadoo with Jill Berrio and Touch of Blue with Charlie Ross. Here they come. Clear off Coke Capelli, takes him out of there. Strike Colonel is out the rail and racing a second. Then Stargaze Time goes up to a third. Touch of Blue outside racing a fourth. Then we go to well left Dorothy Akadoo. Markham's Tech trails. They're by the 8th pole. It's on up the backstretch, racing to the quarter, and Coke Capelli cuts it out. He's in top at 2. Then Strike Colonel is second. Stargaze Time his third. Touch of Blue is fourth. They are by the opening quarter in 30 and 4/5, and Coke Capelli takes him into the top turn, leading by 2. Then Strike Colonel is the second. Stargaze Time, Touch of Blue, L.F. Dorothy starts to move. Then Nakadoo, and trailing is Markham's Tech, and they're swinging off the top turn now through the stretch. Here they come, they're racing to the half, and it's Coke Capelli showing the way. Strike Colonel racing a second. Stargaze Time has third. L.F. Dorothy out moves fourth. They were by the half, 103 and 1 on the rid of the turn now, driving to the 5/8. Coke Capelli's on top and out to challenge Strike Colonel. Lapped on the leader now as they go racing by the 5/8. Coke Capelli, Strike Colonel, now the leader on the outside, and there goes L.F. Dorothy on to third. Stargaze Time is fourth. To the 3/4 pole, it is Strike Colonel. Then L.F. Dorothy, Coke Capelli, Stargaze Time, Akadoo, Touch of Blue, 34 and 1 by the 3/4 pole. Top turn, Strike Colonel. L.F. Dorothy racing a second. Stargaze Time third. Akadoo coming on to fourth. They're by the 7/8 and they're swinging for home. Pacing with the lead, Strike Colonel. L.F. Dorothy coming to him, so is Stargaze Time, so is Akadoo. It is going to be tight at the line. Strike Colonel, and it is Strike Colonel. L.F. Dorothy looks like Akadoo and Stargaze Time. Coke Capelli, Touch of Blue, Markham's Tech. Time for the mile, 2:06 and 4. They're moving in behind the gate. Gate is moving, and we're approaching the top of the stretch with 7 starters. Akadoo with Jill Berrio, Sand Lake Hanover, Steve Mahar. Nailers Bobby with Jim Smith. Exeter Romar, John Davidson, Touch of Blue, and Charlie Ross. West Pointer, Roy Dickinson, L.F. Dorothy, Brian Moore. Here they come. They're off in Exeter Romar. Wings 4 has the top, and Nailers Bobby racing on the inside. Is racing a second. They're neck and neck, though. Now Nailers Bobby. Exeter Romar outside is second. Akadoo has a third. Touch of Blue racing on fourth. Sand Lake Hanover, West Pointer. L.F. Dorothy is the trailer, and they're racing up the backstretch, driving to the quarter pole. Nailers Bobby cuts it out. Exeter Romar has found the rail, is racing second. Akadoo has third. Sand Lake Hanover up moving fourth by the opening quarter, 30 and 2/5. Sand Lake Hanover on the outside drives on to third, but up front it is Nailers Bobby, Exeter Romar, Sand Lake Hanover, Akadoo. They're tipping off the top turn, driving through the stretch, and here they come, racing to the half. It's Nailers Bobby showing the way. Exeter Romar is second. Sand Lake Hanover up strong on the outside. Now to second goes Winging Full, and he has the lead. Sand Lake Hanover, the leader, by the half in 102. Into the turn they go, racing to the 5/8. Sand Lake Hanover rough. Nailers Bobby racing a second. There goes L.F. Dorothy, winging on to second, rushing forward, and she takes the lead. They're up the backstretch to the 3/4. L.F. Dorothy, Sand Lake Hanover, coming back on again. L.F. Dorothy, Sand Lake Hanover, they're nose to nose, and now again it is Sand Lake Hanover He's the leader by the three-quarter pole, 132. Into the top turn, Sand Lake Hanover. L.F. Dorothy. She is racing second. Exeter Romar outside third. Akadu right there fourth. Nailers Bobby now fifth. At the head of the lane, it is Sand Lake Hanover. L.F. Dorothy, Exeter Romar, Akadu. Sand Lake Hanover's going to hold to win this. And he does. It is Sand Lake Hanover, Akadu, L.F. Dorothy, Exeter Romar, Nailers Bobby, West Pointer, Touch of Blue. Time for the mile, 2:03. And now the starters for our seventh race. They're at the gate. Gate is moving and approaching the top of the stretch. We have a field of 8. Beauty Control and Brian Moore keyed up with Sam Hodgin. Strike Colonel with Rick Armstrong. Dusty Davey and Steve Mahar. Blue-Eyed Blonde with Sean Shannon. Bar Harbor, Tim Mercetti. Stunning Scooter, Lonnie Stokes. Savvy's Advantage, Gilberto. Here they come. They're off. Beauty Control pacing with the lead. Dusty Davey wings up on the outside to second. Bar Harbor 3 wide third. Strike Colonel now third at the rail. Bar Harbor is fourth. Keyed Up Racing fifth. Stunning Scooter, Blue-Eyed Blonde. Savvy's Advantage up the backstretch. Bar Harbor's on the move from fourth. Bar Harbor now third, and he's going on. Bar Harbor gets to second. He's winging for the lead. And it is Bar Harbor, the leader, by the opening quarter in 29-4, top turn. Bar Harbor, a length and a quarter. Beauty Control is second, and she's out to challenge again for the top. It is Bar Harbor. Beauty Control up for the lead as they come on by the 3/8. Tipping off the turn through the stretch, they come to the half, and it's Beauty Control now. Bar Harbor is second. Dusty Davey has third. Stunning Scooter works up fourth on the outside. Strike Colonel is fifth. Then it is Keyed Up, Blue-Eyed Blonde, Savvy's Advantage, and they were by the half, 101. Around the turn they go, racing to the 5/8, and it's Beauty Control but 2. Bar Harbor racing second, Dusty Davey third. They're by the 5/8, and it's on to the 3/4. It is Beauty Control. Bar Harbor, Dusty Davey, Strike Colonel, and 3 wide. That is Keyed Up, rushing on to fifth. They go on by the 3/4 pole. Beauty Control, the leader there, 1:31-4. Top turn, Beauty Control. Bar Harbor racing second, Dusty Davey third. Blue-Eyed Blonde is strong on the outside, now fourth. Then Strike Colonel is fifth. At the head of the lane, they're making the turn for home. It's Beauty Control and Bar Harbor coming to him. Yeah, Beauty Control inside. Bar Harbor on the outside. Beauty Control is holding, and she wins this. Beauty Control, and then Dusty Davey, Bar Harbor. Then Strike Colonel, Savage Advantage, Blue-Eyed Blonde. Then Stunning Scooter and Keyed Up. Time for the mile, 2:03-1.